Well, as you can see, we have now made it to the wheat field. I didn't get too much done on that chopper. Had one of the guys blow a hydraulic hose on the payloader and we worked on that. And a couple other things going on, and here we are. So we should be able to get going here in a little while. We've got some fingers that are broken on this head. These are composite guys. And the other night I was going around the outside of this field and down, well, almost down the other end of this field. I was on the far side of it, and the head plugged. I thought I just took in a wad. I backed it out and it didn't want to back up, and then it didn't want to reverse, and then started raining and I left it. And I came over here the other morning to service this, then it rained again. The wheat wasn't ready to cut anyway, and I cleaned it out, and what I had was a log. It was about 6 inches in diameter and about 3 foot long. That went on in there, and I must have broke a couple of these fingers. We've got some wear on them, but we're going to go ahead and replace a couple of them. So I've got to roll this guy around, and there should be a window or a door to take off here. Yeah, let's see, where is this one door? Well, it's here. I've got to roll it around some is all. Just a wedge plate that locks it on there. Don't have to take these all the way out. Alright, so we've got a mess of stuff in here, and all these do is they just, that was good. I've got to make sure that I pull out enough broken pieces here, because if you don't, what they do is they get caught on you later on. So I've got some clips down in here too. Alright, so I need to pull some clips and clean this auger out, and then we'll be back with you. Alright, so we've got our fingers replaced. We had 6 of them, and that's how many of them that were broke, and that's how many of them I replaced. However, we have a couple of them that are wore out a little bit, and we maybe need to address those, but at least I've got all of them in there. And boy, this material that stuff is made out of is a composite material. It's like a fiberglass stuff. Boy, it's that broken brittly stuff is really prickly. Feels like I got a bunch of splinters in my hands. So if you're wondering where this clickbait title come from, 6 fingers. They come in a box of 10. We had 6 broken fingers. I've got 5 on the tailgate here, and one of them was completely demolished. So we've got 5 broken fingers and we lost one. So we'll throw them in there and we will get started. Sun has been out here for quite a while. Sarah's going to be here in a minute with a truck, and we're going to move another truck down from the field up on yonder there. So we'll go ahead and get started. Boy, you can really see the fiberglass stuff glistening on the fingers there. All right. All right, so we've got that combine all ready. This field here is where we combined before we ended up down the road to where we're at. Jared's got maybe, what is there, maybe 3/4 of this baled already? Yeah. It got rained on, so we tedded it. And then I had to get tedded again. So we're down here, we're gonna grab this truck 8, which is to our left side. And I thought I would walk around this 8110 a little bit. Why don't you get that truck running? We'll get that tailgate shot. Thought I'd walk around this 8110. I was just able to put this left-hand decal on yesterday. If you recall, when we went to put these decals on, we had 2 right-hand side decals, the one that says 8110 on it. So we ordered another set of decals. Same thing happened. So we obviously have the right decal here now. Now this tractor is a 1999. This John Deere baler, I'm not sure if it's an 02 or an 04. It is the last year that they made these balers. So that's what he's been baling with. Andrew's been raking straw with the 4320, and they've been picking up bales with the 7710. So we're gonna get this truck aired up. I thought I would walk around this quickly here, and we'll get down to the combine. So Jared says this thing has as much power as the 8320. He ended up rebuilding the engine in this tractor, and then the engine went. He decided to rebuild it, and then tore the engine out, and then we got looking at it. The damn cab was in rough shape, so we put a used cab on it, and this cab came off of an 8410. He ended up doing an upholstery kit in it. This buddy seat here was out of the other cab. This original cab did not have a buddy seat in it. So new upholstery. He put a stereo system in it, brand new headliner, the corner post trim. I don't think he replaced the plastic. The plastic is original, but yeah, this is like a brand new tractor again. So we'll go ahead and get this truck to the field. We have to bolt the tailgate shut. It got black off to the west here the other day. We weren't going to need this truck for wheat, so we grabbed that impact out of the passenger side. we done give these guys this truck to use for big bales, and it got raining before they were actually able to use it. So what we'll do is we'll get this bolted shut. We'll take this back to the field that we're combining in. I just wanted to kind of walk around this a little bit and make sure that it is ready to go. So we'll join back up with you guys when we get down to that field. Just got them bumped. Should be good.
Does it have?
All right, you gonna take this truck down there, or you gonna want me to?
I don't know.
You don't care? Well, I can get combine. I could probably get out on the road quicker. This is a real busy road, and we have to go left. If you have to, go right first and just go through the gas station and around. That's what I did the other night. It was mucho faster. All right. Well, I'll take that with me. All right. What do you have on the grain buggy? There's nothing on the grain buggy? No. Okay. All right. I'll meet you down there. All right. We'll show you what this traffic is like walking out of here on a, what is it, Thursday afternoon, about 3 p.m. When we go back to the farm, we always go to the right, and it's a challenge. You have to wait till that light down there turns red. Then we got another traffic light that away, a couple miles or a mile and a half or so. And it is very thick traffic. It is a lot harder to walk on out of here with something that has slow get up and go, like a tractor or something. But looks like we've got 3 cars left coming from our right hand side, and we're probably going to deal with thick traffic to our left for a little bit. So we're good to the right. Now we are at the mercy of the other traffic light. They are not timed with each other, and they should be, just for instances like this. But alright, that light must have turned red, and now we've got traffic coming the other way. Alright, so Sarah's gonna be a little while getting out of there, but she can go the other way. We did have some bales that got wet. We had about, I think there was 1.2 inches of rain on this side of town. And that there, corn is doing perfect. Looking perfect anyway. That was alfalfa last year. So the field that we are in is just down the road here. So let's get there and get started. What do you have for guesses as far as what the moisture is on the wheat when we start? Not yesterday, but the day before. I was over here at like 2 o'clock. I serviced the combine. I ended up servicing the baler too. I tried this wheat, and we were in the neighborhood of 20 to 22%. I said, well, Andrew was tedding that field. I said, I'll go down there, I'll grab him. I can give him a ride back to the farm. I can kill a little time to let this wheat dry out. And while we were greasing the baler, the sky turned black to the west, and I said, damn it, we could have been picking up them bales. I wanted to leave them out as long as I could so that they would dry out as much as they would. We've got about 80 acres, I think that's right, for acreage here to do. And but yeah, it started, well, it come down, the rain came down real good. So we'll get positioned, we'll get out of the way. I don't really like parking on a windrow. We'll park over in the weeds here. And we'll get started. Well, Sarah must have waited for traffic to thin out. We'll get our field view going here on the iPad. Let that dial in. Okay, so we've got our iPad dialed in with field view. Separator going, we'll get our head going. Get dialed in. We're starting with all of our fingers. Avoid hitting my pickup at all costs. So we'll see what moisture we're dealing with on the start here. That first little bit that went in, we are at 14.4% on the monitor of the combine. They'll probably get 16% at the mill. So we really couldn't have gotten started any earlier. It'll take well into the end of the day to see some real dry numbers, and we're supposed to have like 6 real good days, so we should or might possibly be able to get done here before we end up seeing any weather. So we came down to this field here the other night. This field goes way on. You can kind of see that it goes in beyond where those trees poke out there. I needed to get a little bit to finish out a load, so I just went right across the middle of the lot to get a partial bin to finish up a load, and then we went into going all the way around the field, and I got down in on that far side, and that's when the skies opened up and it just dumped on us. Sarah was barely able to get out of the field with the truck that she had, and where they were loading straw, they had a load of straw on truck 15 way down in the far end of the field. The guy that was running that, he got it stuck. Jared had to jump in and assist him, and they had a heck of a time getting that truck to the road. And that truck has flotation tires on it. So I get comments from time to time that I jaw jack too much, so this is where we're going to leave off with you guys until the next segment here. Kind kind of a boring little bit of a video. We're climbing up to 14 3/4% moisture. And the wheat's a little thin right here. So, we'll join up with you guys in a little while here. But there is, well, we've got a hedgerow here, another hedgerow over there. And this is, I think there's 4 fields here. There used to be like 6. There used to be a hedgerow that went across right about where I cut down through. So this was a field and that was a field. So that's 1, 2. Then there was a hedgerow at about that evergreen tree and it went off that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The last we had wheat was in, the last we had wheat here was in 2014. I had a 2014 Dodge Ram that was brand new, and that was back when we had the little baler. We little baled some straw off of this farm, and I hooked onto 2 loads of straw down in that far field there and pulled them home. So that was a good many years ago. Time's a flying here, that's for sure.